Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Lonnie from Flight Sim Gaming, and today we are flying with Aegean Airlines. We are heading down to Athens, Greece. We are flying out of Warsaw. This is a real-world flight done by Aegean Airlines in the A320-200, so looking forward to this flight. This livery is not from the Fenix livery installer app. I got it from flightsim.to. And I downloaded two liveries. I downloaded an 8K and a 4K livery, and I find that the 8K livery had some performance issues, so we are with the 4K livery flying out of Warsaw. This airport was done by Fly Too High, and they did a fantastic job. You can find their scenery at Sim Market, and the Athens scenery, I have purchased the one from Fly Tampa. So two great sceneries. Flying here in Europe should be good. I have not flown out of any of these airports, so this is the first time I'm here. Anyway, without further ado, let's get everything rocking and rolling. I'll go ahead and make sure SimBrief is okay there. We'll close that and we'll reopen it, and we will request boarding. We'll jump inside the cockpit here and go ahead and APU comes on, both battery switches on, APU master switch turns on. And we'll start the APU, and we'll go ahead. Nav and logo lights and strobe lights set to on. Set the endears, and all that looks fantastic. We'll come over to the EFB here, and we will get this aircraft ready. We'll import SimBrief. Little message there, that's okay. Come over to the mass and balance tab. We're going to go ahead and load aircraft instantly because we are loading it through GSX. That looks good. Come over to the MCDU, and we'll plug in some numbers here. Init data request, this should come up. Perfect, and then we'll go ahead and init request on the init tab. That looks good. And we are Aegean 873. It is a real-world flight flown from Warsaw to Athens, Greece, if y'all want to look that up. Today's cost index is going to be 20, and we are flying up to flight level 360. That's great. We'll go ahead and we'll align the IRS. All is well. What am I doing? Come over to this fuel and weight tab here. Zero fuel weight is 78.8 and 30.3. Sorry, 58.8 and 30.3 on there. Block fuel 9.2. Plug that in there. Great. We'll come over to the flight plan page, and we'll go ahead and select our departure. We are expecting runway 29, and it's the, I think it's the Evan 7 Golf. Evan 7 Golf departure. Perfect. We'll plug that in there. We'll come over to the arrival tab. We are expecting ILS 03 left. Yankee. Plug that in there. And we are expecting, it's the Ropo 1 Charlie arrival. Ropo 1 Charlie. We plug that in there. Perfect. Come over to the performance tab here, and we'll plug in our V speeds. We are expecting runway 29. It is dry outside. We're going to flap config for flap 1. We'll sync weather. QNH of 1006. Plug that in there. And we'll just take it right up to flight level 360. 146, 146, 148 on the V speeds. Transalp is 6,500 feet here in Warsaw. It is a flaps 1 departure with a flex of 60. Flaps 1, flex of 60. And we'll look at our thrust reduction, 1350. Everything's 1350 there. Plug that in there. Plug that in there. Perfect. come back up top here. Fuel pumps will be coming on. We're already loaded. APU bleed will come on, and we'll put our beacon light on. All is well. We have a company message. Let's go ahead and we'll accept our load sheet. Perfect. All looks great. All looks great. What I'm going to do is we'll pull up our Navigraph charts here. We will have a look at our departure out of Warsaw. So, like I said, it was the Evans 7 Golf RNAV departure. As you can see, we'll be taking off runway heading 289. We'll go ahead and make a left turn after Whiskey Off 901. We have a speed restraint of a max of 200 knots as we approach this waypoint, so flaps technically cannot be going up until after this waypoint, and we need to be about 1,500 feet all the way down to Evina. Very nice, very nice. We'll come over here to the Athens charts. We're going to look at our approach. ILS Yankee 03 left. The frequency for the ILS is 110.5. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead 110.5 into here. That should set us up for the ILS into Athens. That can change at any moment. Just to say how windy it's going to be. Anyway, it is late afternoon here in Athens. I'm not on live time. I am on live weather, but it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's about a 2-hour and 40-minute flight, so we might actually get like a sunset arrival into Athens, so I'm pretty excited for that. Not sure why the jetway has not attached. Should have attached already, but interesting. I had this jetway working. You have to go to the I think it's there's an installer you got to go to for GSX, and you have to configure each airport that you download, and I have done that, but I'm not sure why that's not connecting. But anyway, no big deal. Not everything in life is perfect. APU bleed is on. I'll go ahead and I'll disconnect our APU. Chocks and cones all removed just because I feel like it. And yeah, we'll kind of just hang on and wait. I don't hear passengers boarding. I'm not exactly sure. Passengers might have already boarded the aircraft. And I can't open GSX, so I think GSX is broken. GSX looks like it's broken, so I'm going to have to go ahead and restart the Curdle. Or the Kutao. Because it's broken. That's okay. These things do happen. Hopefully this will come back up, and it does. We'll go ahead and reload SimBrief. SimBrief is reloaded. And let's request boarding one more time.
Boarding requested.
Let's see now if the jetway attaches. There we go. And while all that's going on, let's go ahead and showcase this airport. This airport is done by Fly Too High. It's very nice, actually. No complaints with it. Performance is not too terrible. But anyway, let's have a look around here as to what we got here. Textures look very nice. I do have some scenery from Fly Too High, not many, but this is very nice. The interior is modeled a little bit, nothing too crazy. We do have some people moving, I think, inside the terminals. Yes, we'll board both. But yeah, no, it looks good. We are over here, I believe. Yep. And it, yeah, no, everything looks kind of great. No complaints there. Some of these buildings out here look pretty good. They didn't spend too much detail on the exterior of the airport, like on the surrounding areas. but the airport itself is very detailed, highly detailed. I'd rate it a 5-star in my opinion. Ground textures look really good. No complaints there, and I'll kind of do the same thing once we get into Athens. The Athens airport is done by Flight Tampa, so you know what to expect with Flight Tampa. It's always high fidelity stuff. So anyway, jump back in the cockpit here. We're gonna wait for everything to set up. Shouldn't take too long. We do have a systems message here. Not exactly sure what it is. In-op system CAT 2.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
We'll see if that systems message clears. I find a lot of times when we get a system message in flight with this aircraft, it is caused by the one and only controls. So, let me quickly have a look. All of our hardware, everything's registering good. Pitch and roll looks okay, no complaints, everything goes back to 0. Interesting. Okay. We'll wait for GSX to load up the aircraft, and in the meantime, if you have not, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. This channel is slowly growing. I'm very proud of it. We have exceeded, currently we're at about 64 subs. In the last week, I have gained about 20 subs on the channel, so it's looking really good. We did a giveaway at 50 subs. We did a giveaway, and we'll just, every milestone that we hit, we're just going to keep giving stuff away. My plan is to do at least monthly giveaways on this channel, but I mean, with the way that things are kind of looking, it looks like every milestone is going to be set before month end, which means always giveaways. Now, I'm not looking to always give, sim market gift vouchers. I've been looking into maybe giving away aircraft, and if I do have any Xbox simmers, subscribe to this channel, maybe we'll look into giving out some Xbox gift vouchers or something there. This way, Xbox simmers can make purchases as well. You're very limited to, who can win giveaways if you're always doing a sim market gift voucher, because obviously you cannot download any third-party stuff onto the Xbox from that website. At least I don't think you can. So we'll look into that. But yeah, hopefully my mic settings sound okay. I know in the last video I had some mic issues, so we'll see how this one goes. I've tweaked a couple things. I recently had some hardware changed out in my PC, which is the main cause of some issues that I've been having. I had purchased an SSD, and I had to get everything kind of cloned over to the new SSD. But during that process, some stuff got corrupted, so I actually had to do a clean install of Windows 10. And if you know anything about doing a clean install of Windows 10 onto a specific hard drive, everything goes back to a factory state. You lose all your programs, all your files, so I had to reinstall almost everything. But shit happens, it is what it is. Anyway, we'll wait for all the passengers to board up. QNH is set, altimeter is set. Let me just double check I have my speed set in there. Perfect. Halfway there with the passengers boarding. We're at 75 now. I try to load up GSX as dense as possible. This way we can keep things going here, because sometimes it can take a little bit for everybody to kind of board up, but you can make all those adjustments. If you don't know how to make those adjustments, I can actually show you guys right now. You just got to go over to the GSX settings here. You go over to timings, and you can adjust passenger density here. The higher you go, the more dense, the more people will come out of these passenger buses, and obviously the lower you go, less dense, the slower it takes to achieve your passengers onboarding. So that's kind of what you have to do. Anyway, yes sir. Looks like we've got the last bits of cargo loading up onto the aircraft now. To all my Polish watchers, does anybody know what this means here? Obviously it's Samsung Galaxy S8. Okay, so that is very old. They have to update this. We are, I think, S22s now, if I'm not mistaken. So Galaxy S8, we're talking, what year is that? 2016? 2015? Time to change that. Fly too high. Almost fully boarded up here. I picked this livery. I like the colors in this livery. The tail, there's two different liveries from the Aegean Airlines. There's this white one with the blue tail, and then there's a white one with the white tail with this sort of graphic pinstriped onto the tail. I picked this livery. I like it better in my opinion, but who's to say? Aegean is the flagship for Greece. This is their #1 airline. They fly to many different destinations in the world. First time flying with this airline, to be honest with you. This flight is a real world flight. I don't know if I said that earlier in the video. It is flown in the A320, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure what other aircraft that the Aegean has, but should be a fun flight. Again, it's their flagship of Greece. It's pretty cool. Looks like we're getting our last bit of passengers boarded up right now. Two more. That's it. Passenger boarding is complete. Close all the doors. And I will go ahead and prepare for pushback. We're not going to do any extra.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Anybody know what that message is? I have no clue.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Can't clear it. Stay in there. Oops. I'm clicking shit. My fault, my fault.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to do a nose right, tail left pushback. We'll see where GSX puts us, but what I'll do is I'll pull up our actual the charts here and kind of show you what's going on.
Locking gear.
Oh, okay. Don't want to use that. Basically, we're going to push back from our gate. We're looking to get onto Mike 3. We're going to go over to, I think this is Echo 1. And then from Echo 1, we're going to hit up Romeo onto the runway. Nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
start up engine number 2. Go ahead, start up engine number 1. See, GSX doing GSX things. We should have gotten pushed back and lined up onto, I think it's Mike 3. Looks like our system message has gone away. That's always good. Come back up top here. APU bleed is off, master switch is coming off, taxi light coming on. We'll wait for GSX. There we go. And we'll confirm engine start. Auto brake is going to be set to max, and then we'll go ahead flaps 1. And we'll arm the speed brakes.
Unlocking gear.
Slams us down our nose, that's always good. We're going to go ahead and take off configure, make sure there's no blue. Takeoff config is normal. As always.
Disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Just waiting for a go-ahead from our, I don't know what you would call him, a marshaller, a ground worker. He's going to wave the pin in our face, and he's going to give us, and he's waving it, we can't see him, he's off to our right, sorry, off to our left. We'll just wait for the message before we start taxiing out. There we go. Parking brake released, throttle's up. Basically, we'll come up here, we're going to look for Echo 1, hang a left on the Echo 1, and then we're going to enter runway 29 from Romeo. I gotta say, this all this ground equipment moving around on the apron or runways during an active taxiing or you know, an active takeoff is something that they got to fix here. I don't know if that's the airport scenery doing that, or if that's a Sobo causing these ground vehicles to operate while the aircraft is moving. I'm not sure, but that's got to be fixed. This Mike 3 here. This Echo 1 here. We'll go ahead. We'll make a left onto Echo 1. Romeo should be the first. Exit on our right. Turn the rest of our lights on. Turn off landing lights, nose light over to takeoff. Here's Romeo here. We'll hang a right. Perfect. Come to a stop right here. Ready for takeoff. We'll go ahead. Throttle's up to 40. Set flex. Flex blue set. Maintain center line as best as we can here. 80 knots check. V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gear going up. We'll follow directors here. We've got to be 200 or less approaching this waypoint here. Throttles over to the climb detent. Pitch down for speed. And we'll go ahead and we'll start our left turn. Beautiful departure. Waiting for the aircraft to speed up here. We'll continue to pitch down. Flaps up, a little bumpy. Speed brake stowed. Turn off the lights up there. What a beautiful day here in Warsaw. Start pitching up as we hit 250 knots. Start our left turn again. Go ahead and we'll set our pressures over to the standard. And we'll take it up to 10,000 feet before we engage the autopilot. This aircraft is like, it's like flying a beautiful piece of machinery. Very smooth on the turns, very smooth on everything, the pitch, the roll. Fantastic aircraft. Follow that flight director there. Coming up on 10,000 feet. And I'll go ahead, turn our landing lights off. Autopilot will come on. Fantastic. I have to say the photogrammetry here is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible photogrammetry coming out of Warsaw. Like, those images are so sharp. That is absolutely incredible. Anyway, let's jump back inside the cockpit here. We're at about 11,000 feet. Airplane is speeding up to about 320 knots or so. We'll continue to climb up to flight level 360. If you have not yet, don't forget to like the video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you have not, to look out for, you know, content coming your way from us over here at Flight Sim Gaming. Channel is slowly starting to grow, and I once again want to thank all my subscribers and everybody that's supporting the channel. Thank you very much. You know, we're nothing without you guys. But anyway, I'll catch you guys all on the descent into Athens. We'll catch you then. Have a safe flight, everybody. See ya! Welcome back, everybody, on this beautiful arrival into Athens. Just approaching 19,000 feet here. We're descending down to 1,900 feet to capture the localizer and the glide slope for ILS Yankee 03 left into Athens. I'll go ahead and show you guys what's kind of happening here on the arrival. We are on it's the Ropo 1 Charlie arrival. As you can see, we've passed Ropux and we're heading down to Aegean, where we'll get vectored off to the approach for the ILS Yankee 03 left, which is here. We have our frequency set to 110.5. We are expecting gate Alpha 37 in Athens. That's where the aircraft deboarded from. We're going to enter this runway here. Hopefully we can get off, you know, either Alpha 10, probably Alpha 11, and we're going to backtrack to get over there to our gate. As you can see right now, it's absolutely beautiful on this beautiful sunset into Athens. as we land in there, it should be just about nightfall. We did pass the airport. I think the airport is somewhere over here. So it's kind of where we're heading. We've already set up our descent page here. The QNH is 1010, temperature's 10 degrees. The winds are variable at 1. Transalt is 9,000 feet, and our minimum set to 455. So it should be a pretty stable approach into Athens. Shouldn't have any issues with the landing, but again, we'll see. The simulator seems to have a bunch of surprises when it comes to the winds, especially on the approach, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, continue this journey down. We're going to be making our left-hand turn momentarily, which will capture the ILS somewhere over here, as we just passed 14,000 feet. This pink dot here is where the approach phase will sort of arm itself, I believe. We'll probably activate it well before that. Hope you guys are liking the content I put out. We don't typically do many night flights here on this channel. This might be probably our first one. I don't typically fly in the night period. It's just kind of hard to see terrain, and you lose your visuals when you're flying in the dark. I do like to see everything, so, but I have to say this approach has turned out to be absolutely beautiful as the sun's setting over there. Can't complain when you have views like this. Coming up on 12,000 feet now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to activate the approach phase. Actually, no, we'll continue to just hold off. Continue to hold off. At 10,000 feet, we'll go ahead and we'll put our landing lights on. I will enable the landing system. Auto brake. We'll set the auto brake. We'll set it low. Coming up on 10,000. Go ahead. We'll turn our wing light on as well. Speed limit detected. I'll go ahead and I'll activate the approach phase now. That should bring us back beautifully. First time flying into Athens. Plenty of beautiful scenery out here in Greece in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Skiathos is definitely a must when it comes to Greek scenery. And apparently in real life too, that place has pretty intense approaches, especially when you're down by the runway there. There's a beach, I believe, down at Skiathos, right at the tip of the runway, where you can see planes taking off and landing. It's kind of almost like St. Martin. 1010 on the QNH. That is set. Speed still coming back. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna put out the speed brakes because it's taking some time here. Still about 24 miles out from the airport. Landing system will be coming on. Go ahead and we'll stow those speed brakes. See the airport out there. I'm going to go ahead and set our Yoke and our approach buttons once we hit what is it, Charlie India 03 left. Once we hit this waypoint, capture the localizer onto the runway. Should be nice. Showing we're about 16 miles out. See the glide slope coming back perfectly. Speed still a little bit high. We'll pull out the speed brakes just a little bit more, get it back down to the green dot speed. I'll go ahead and I'll introduce flaps 1. We'll arm the speed brake. Sorry, we'll ground the spoilers. Sorry, we'll arm the ground spoilers. My apologies there on terminology. Speed should be coming back still, about 14 miles out. Glide slope armed. Go ahead and turn the rest of our lights on. (4,000 feet). It's the missed approach altitude. Still about 10 miles out. Still have some time. Go ahead, flaps 2. Here we'll go down. It'll help us slow down.
2,500.
About 5 miles out. Flaps 3. Flaps full. Showing about a 5 knot crosswinds. Okay, not too much of a big deal, but anyway. We got gear down, 3 green, flaps are full, auto brakes set, we have missed approach altitude set. Lights are on. About 1,300 feet above minimum, so we'll continue to let the autopilot do its thing. Go ahead and take the aircraft. Autopilot coming off. I don't want to cancel there. That's okay. Pretty stable here. No winds. Tappies are showing 1 white, 3 red. Glide slope looking good. up a little bit low.
500.
500. There we go, 2 whites, 2 reds. Showing a little bit high. Bring her back down.
400. 300. 100 above. 200. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 20. Retard. 5.
Bursts out. Take the high speed here. Auto brake still doing its thing. Perfect. Welcome down to Athens. Got a little hairy there on the approach there, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and make a right turn here. Been a while since I've flown the Fenix, so I'll be honest, it didn't feel too great coming in. We'll take this all the way down to Hotel. Hotel, I believe, is going to be the next exit here. Like Alpha 7, sorry, not Hotel, Alpha 7 to Hotel. For some reason my autopilot button here did not want to release. I have a toggle switch for it set on my yoke. Did not want to release. That's okay, we're down. We'll go ahead and we'll spool up the APU. Over to GSX and we'll look for Alpha 37. Alpha gates. And 37. Show me the spot. That's the one. Oh, follow me. Perfect. Aegean Airlines. So I believe we're on Hotel now from Alpha 7. We'll take this right into our gate. This is where this aircraft parked up here earlier in the day. We have the APU spooling up. This is the Fly Tampa Athens scenery. You can catch all of Fly Tampa's product on Sim Market. You can even purchase from their own website. I believe Orbex sells Fly Tampa stuff. Tons of Fly Tampa stuff, and I believe it should be slowing down. And A39, and this should be A37. Looks like it is. Yes. Taxi light will come off. wide there. It's okay. Parking brakes on, APU lead is coming on, engine 1, engine 2 is off. Very good parking, appreciate it. Looks like we're short. I don't know, GSX doing weird things all the time. We'll see what the boarding does here. I don't know if this jetway is going to reach all the way up. Note to self, don't pay attention to GSX. I don't think this is going to come all the way up. Wow. Not too bad, Fly Tampa. Very cool. Anyway, there you have it, folks. We're down here in Athens. Don't know where to put this. And I just want to say again, thank you for everybody watching the video. Passengers boarding started perfect. And we'll continue to do more videos. I do find it difficult sometimes to post videos throughout the week. Normally I fly on weekends when I have time, but my goal is always to at least push out 2 videos a week at the very least, but sometimes that doesn't happen. So yeah, we are trying to push out more videos. 2 videos a week is pretty good for me. If I could do it up to 3 videos a week, that'd be even better. But this is kind of, you know, how we have to do things. I do have a career, obviously, outside of this. This is not a career, so that comes first, first and foremost. But anyway, thanks everybody for flying with me today, and maybe in the next video we'll be up back in North America. We'll see. Maybe we'll touch base in South America. I'm not too sure. Maybe the Caribbean. You know, it's pretty cold up here in Canada at the moment, so maybe we'll do a flight out of Canada to somewhere where it's nice and warm, maybe in the Caribbean or something. But anyway, stay tuned for that, everybody, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot. See ya.